Coming up on the Rawder Kidula Show.
So mom got me when she was in school.
School is high school?
No, primary.
Oh.
I used to use pads. So a bit of my money was
the effects of
the rape that I went through.
Really?
Yes.
5 years
yes.
later?
So I called her the next weekend. We met at Java, opposite NTV. And I told her now the truth.
Yeah.
And Jambi was gracious enough. She got me a surgery at Nairobi Women.
Oh.
Yes. When you give birth to a child, as a parent, please make sure you make a prayer of God, choose my child.
Choose my child.
And
that's why you really respect single moms.
yes.
Your mother was one.
Yes.
You married one.
Yes. So this lady, I met her in Matatu.
This is the Rodah Kidula Show.
Hi there and welcome. This is the Rodah Kidula Show. How are you doing? Hope you're well and that you are honoring marriage and working around your relationships and families by the grace of God. So thank you so much for clicking on the link and being part of this community. We are a positive community. We see the good side of life. We encourage one another and we are aware, very confident that God is still working in our marriages, in our lives, in our hearts, in our families, and that is why we are here. Thank you, JK Studios, for recording the Rawder Kidula Show. So if you need any type of recording, photography and videography, reach out to JK Studios. I'm honored today. I have to give context before he introduces himself. So I've seen this guy, actually I think it's more than twice. Just attending an event, then there's a guy who shows up. Mostly maybe you're asking a question or you are giving a comment and then he gives people socks. So the first time I was like, that's impressive. This guy just gave the guests socks, or the speaker or the panelists, and then I saw him again. Now I remember Justas, shared moments with Justas. I see the guy again during an event giving out socks. I'm like, oh, familiar, but I didn't catch his face. You know, you do this so fast, then you sit down. And then Ezekiel Mutua's event in KICC, I see the same guy again giving out socks. Now, the final one was during the Singles and the City event by Pastor Doc in Rock Rivers. And I was one of the panelists. Finally, I got socks and a nice hat. Oh, thank you so much. By then, I don't know if you know, but someone really feels good. I don't know if you are aware how you make the people feel. You know, it's socks. So someone may think, Rodah, you're excited about socks. It feels so like someone saw me. Someone has gifted me, you know. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Now tell us who you are. Now tell us who you are.
No,
yeah.
you can make someone blush.
No, I don't blush, really. You are to blush on Saturday and finish the blushing.
No, you know, men were not used to be complimented.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of men, they struggle with compliment. That's the reason why most men do not even know on how to love themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've grown up not being pampered. They've just grown up jikaze.
Yeah, mwanaume. You need to be strong.
And the facial expression is always serious from parents. Where? You know. So when you're being pampered, by being appreciated, unafeel kale ka.
There's something wrong.
Yeah. So my name is Victor Otieno Hamisi. Counseling psychology. I'm not ashamed to say I'm born again, but usually say I'm not perfect.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm not that perfect human being. I sin. I'm any other human being. Yeah. And I love being corrected. Yeah. And I live a free life. Yes, I live a free life where any loophole, there's a statement my granny loves saying. Each and every day when you wake up, you learn a new thing. So be empty to be filled, but so be ready to be corrected.
Corrected.
So every day when I introduce myself by saying I'm born again, I'm not perfect, I'm ready to be corrected, where I know that I don't see the things that I do that people see. And they correct me because they see it, I cannot see it. Because I might think that I'm doing the right thing,
but
in
you're
them
not.
I'm doing
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So you're a counseling psychologist. Am I right if I say you work with men a lot?
I work with men a lot, but I do both, from kids, grown up, all ages. And also, but I've been doing marriage therapy also.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And also relationship therapy.
Tell us about you. Where did you grow up? Where did Victor? You're Otieno?
Yes.
Hamisi.
Oh. Interesting, eh?
It's very interesting. Yes.
And that Hamisi is what you think, but also what you think.
Otieno.
Yes.
How? You know.
So, basically, my journey started with these two grown-up people.
Yeah.
One was a Muslim. He was brought from a Christian home, but changed to be a Muslim. And then the lady was a courier who was a Christian.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's the only marriage that was from different choices of faith. I don't call it religion because religion is man-made.
Oh, yes.
From different choices of faith that came up with a handsome young man. I think I'm handsome.
I don't say that because you'll blush again.
And then later on, they brought this young man, and life happened.
Yeah.
Yes. And later on, they passed away.
Both?
Yes, they passed away, but at different stages.
Which part of the world are we?
So, Dad is a Suba. Many people think that South Nyanza is real Luos. We are not real Luos. We are Suba.
Suba is Luya?
It's Luo Suba. Subas were people who walimezwa na Waluo.
Where walimezwa wakawa wametoka wapi? Like where are they from?
I can use Silas Jakakimba. A good example.
Yes.
Silas is a Suba. So there's a conversation which usually like in Mount Kenya, kuna ile when politics starts, kuna Wameru na kuna Kikuyus.
Kikuyus and Meru.
Yes.
Okay.
So us, when there's a politics of South Nyanza and Nyanza. So the real Luos are from Kisumu kuendelea.
Yes.
Those are Luos. Siaya, Bondo, hao ni wale proud, Mercedes
proud,
and above.
Yes,
Mercedes and above. We are the biashara people.
Subas.
Yes, from Kindu Bay. Inaanzia Katito, Nyakach, partly, but Kindu Bay, ikuje Homa Bay, iende Migori.
Yes.
Park mpaka Rusinga, Mfangano Island.
Yes.
These are Subas.
Subas are the Kikuyus of Western.
Yes, of Nyanza.
Of Nyanza.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up there in those areas?
Yeah, I grew up in those areas, but nimegrow sana Nairobi. I grew up in Nairobi most of my life.
So your parents passed on, both of them, at the same time?
No, different times.
How old are you?
So Mom got me when she was in school.
School is high school?
No, primary.
Oh.
That's why mheshimu Rodah sana.
Hey, let me sip my tea.
Yes.
Wait. When she was in primary school, she conceived?
Yes.
See why I tell girls don't abort? Even when the circumstances don't look like... Look at the guy now.
Yes.
She was in primary school.
So, Mom used to walk from a place known as Burimagongo, coming to Kowino. Yeah. She's a courier. A mixture of 4 tribes.
How? You only have 2 parents?
Mom, the dad is a courier. The mother was a Kikuyu.
Oh.
My dad? The dad was Suba. The mother is Masai.
You are many things.
And unfortunately, I speak all of the languages.
You speak the 4?
Yes, plus others.
Okay.
Yes. In Kenya, 22. Fluent.
You can speak 22 languages?
Yes, fluent.
Ndi?
Yeah.
I want to know if you can speak mine. Mine is Ndi.
Ulimurai.
Okay. When she conceives you, where do you... Oh, she left school
to be married.
Yeah.
The man was really a gentleman, the word go. And life happened. The dad later on passed. So life happened. Things happen, in Luo culture.
Yeah.
You have to be inherited as a wife. And for her, where she came from, such things do not happen, especially in their home. Yeah? Because in the cultures where they were in the surrounding, they're part of couriers that inherited that culture from Luos, the exchange cultures.
Oh, yeah.
So when dad passed away.
How old were you when dad passed?
Dad passed before I was born.
You never met him?
Yes. And then mom remarried. So the dad that I've grown knowing that I took the name, that's the dad that I know, that I took the name from.
Oh.
Yes. Later on, things happen. Things usually happen when a woman loses the husband. Now the past start coming, the truth start coming.
But she was not married, she was in school.
She was married.
In primary school?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Hey, women, we have gone through many things. So she was married as a teen, let me just say that.
Yes.
And then the husband dies.
Yes.
Then she remarries.
She ran because there were things that were happening back at home. And she from new on how now we grow up, the things she used to tell later on to me, things were not really good back at home. And she had to go back to their place. There was a brother who used to be in Nairobi. So she came to Nairobi. And now that's when she remarried.
Oh, now she remarried in Nairobi.
Kakutana na kijana.
So you grew up in Nairobi.
Yes.
Then how does she pass on?
So when she came back to Nairobi, remarried, had other 2 kids. The other dad passed again.
Now your stepfather?
Yes, who I grew up knowing as dad.
As dad.
Yes. So when dad passed away, now life happened.
Yeah.
She loved business. That's how I even love business. Yeah. So mom had to now take care of her kids.
Yeah. My
sister, she gave to one of the friends. And then later on, me and my younger brother, we went back home. So when we went back home, now to my original dad.
Yeah, original biological.
Biological dad. First we went to their home.
Yes.
Yeah. When we went to their home, my granny akapata information. Your daughter-in-law is back at their place.
Yes.
So because the bride party was paid, she went and hired cops. In fact, mimi nilikujua shule.
They picked you from school. Hey,
Mom was in
why do we complicate things? You know what? I think I'm lost in this story. Where are you being picked from? Your stepfather's home.
Yes.
The one who had passed away.
So my granny came with cops, took my mom from her home place.
Yeah.
Because walikuwa wamelipa bride price.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the kids are here. And the kids in Suba, they believe that the kid is there.
Yes.
For the lineage to continue, especially a boy.
Oh yeah.
That's a lineage. So I was the firstborn. I was a boy, and unfortunately, in the home, they had only 3 boys, and they all passed.
Oh.
Yeah. So she believed that if I don't get this young man, I don't have a lineage.
Yeah.
So mom was picked from the place, the police, and I was picked in school, the uniform, and we went to the home.
Yeah.
Now I didn't know where we were being taken. Now that's when it unveils. This is where
your biological dad came from.
And she built there a house and everything. But my granny was a good person. She is still up to now. In fact, I talk to her every morning when I wake up after prayer.
How
that's the first one. She was now is 88.
Wow.
Yeah, she's 8, and she still rides the bicycle. Yes.
She rides the bicycle.
In between the story.
I want to ride the bicycle when I'm 88.
She doesn't take oil. She still uses ile mafuta ya kukamua.
Oh,
that's why she's really
cream.
strong. Yes. That's what she cooks to cook her food.
Wow.
Yeah. And Granny was really good. I think one of the best things as a man you can get, marrying right, is just not marrying a woman, is marrying a godly and respectable and a woman who not only loves you, but loves your vision.
Oh, yeah.
And Granny is one person, though the homestead had a lot of issues, but Granny, her good side is much better
Then her bad side.
than a wrong side. Yeah, Granny loved us.
Yeah.
Granny even gave mom some cash to boost her businesses, and she talked to her.
Yeah.
And she made us comfortable at home. Although the other people,
Yeah. Wondering who is this? Where have they come here?
not even that.
Yeah.
There are people who you can sit down and talk to, and there are people who, it's in every family.
Yeah, it's in every family.
In every family, there are the good people, the people that you merge with, and the people that
You
don't.
don't merge.
So
with, yeah.
when we came back, and mom had started getting ill, she used to monger fish.
Yeah.
And one day she came complaining of a toothache. And one morning, Saturday, she wakes up and tells me, go to my brother, who was a chief then,
Yeah.
and tell him to give you a certain amount of money. If you don't find him, wait for him. I don't know how people who are about to die usually know things.
Oh.
So she sent me, and she clearly told me, if you don't find him, wait for him. And I think she wanted us not to be there.
Oh.
By then, my sister, she had picked up from the lady who she had given to her to school. So my sister was with my granny. I went to the brother who was the chief.
Yeah.
So I found out he was not there.
Yeah. So
He
you
had
to
gone
wait.
for a meeting. You know, those
Yes.
days chiefs
Had
walikuwa
meetings in the
kusema,
village.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I waited for him, and unfortunately by around 3 someone came to pick me. So he came to pick me with a bicycle. Mbona umekuja kunichukua? Then just let's go. So when we were about 100 meters to get from mahali tulikuwa naishi, and then he broke the news to me that mom is
No
gone.
more.
Yeah. So unfortunately by the time I was getting there, Luo culture.
How old were you?
I was 11 turning 12.
Oh.
Luo culture. I found nyumba ilikuwa inaibiwa.
The house.
Yes.
People were
Ooh, getting in the house, taking things.
whatever they want.
Yeah, taking things. And it's one culture that
Does it still happen?
it does, but these days, at least it has reduced.
Yeah.
But back in the days, you'd pass and people will inherit you. In fact, me, I remain with the clothes that I was wearing.
People came in the house, they took everything.
Yes.
And you're mourning
By
your
the time my granny was coming, viti tu ndio zilikuwa zimebaki na sanduku ile ilikuwa imefungwa.
The house was empty.
Yes, even the culture is still even in Nigeria.
Oh.
Yes, it happens in Nigeria also. The shaving of the hair when your husband passed.
Yeah.
The thing that you kill the husband.
Yes.
You know, I don't know, the wash, God forbid.
Yeah.
The body, you drink the water if you survive. You know, it still happened.
Okay.
God forbid.
Even Jemo is shocked. Wait. They wash the body.
Yes.
You drink the water.
Yes. If you don't pass, then you're not the cause of the death of the man. But if something
you're the
happens,
cause, you will fall down like Ananias.
Those things will happen.
Really?
You know. So when mom passed, now life took a turn around 360 degrees.
Yeah.
So we went and lived at home, and now the pain moment started. Psychologically for me, that's when the pain started. So there's a children's home. Back then they used to call it Marindi Children's Home.
Yeah.
But these days they rebranded to Kenya Relief. It's still there.
That one is where are we? In
Migori.
In Migori.
Yeah. So in every home where there was an orphan, they used to take one child. So they wanted to take me. But I now thought of, if I go and get a good life,
Yeah.
where will my sister end up?
Yeah.
Because my younger brother was killed before mom passed.
Killed
Yes.
by who?
An uncle alieka mpira chini akampiga nayo ile the leather one.
Oh.
Ikapiga kitofu. Less than 2 days.
Really?
Internally bleeded, and he did this knowing. And unfortunately also my other uncle, the same uncle passed, the brother to my dad passed.
Oh.
So I told the overall bishop, if you guys take me in, and this kind of culture I see around,
Yeah.
because we are in the board of couriers and subas,
Yeah.
I see young girls being married at a young age. Where will my sister end up?
Yeah.
And they're like, who has given you that knowledge? Who has given you that wisdom?
Yeah, you're 12.
Yeah, 11. I had not turned 12. So who has given you such kind of information? So I told them, if you guys will be willing, please take my sister. I will survive. Na walimchukua shingo upande. And my sister got a good life.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. I'm proud of some of the decisions I make when I was young. She went up to university.
Wow.
Yeah. So home, when I remained home, I used to be beaten with my uncle. In our culture, we call him dad.
Yes.
Yeah, dad.
Yeah, inherited,
yes.
yeah.
So he used to Baba Mdogo. So he used to really beat me because when he got to class 7, he dropped out of school. Was brought a wife, went to driving school, and married. When I get to, and this now I believe in terms of lineage or bloodlines, things that are spiritual.
Yes.
There's a level when you get, if you pass it, you've broken the chain.
Yeah.
For them, it was there, because I realized that dad 7, mom 7. Him 7.
Yeah. Class 7.
Now later on when I'm mature enough, 7. And us as the children of the firstborn, we got up to university.
Oh.
We broke the bloodline issues.
Yes.
And even how things happen, but there's some things that also we inherited. So when I got to class 7, he wanted me to drop out of school. Because I was bright in school. I used to come number 1, 2. Nikicheza sana 3. But sana mimi nilikuwa nachezanga 1 2 in Asar Johnson.
Yeah.
So when I got to class 7, he wanted me to drop out of school. So there's a day I used to play something called Oyeke, which is a talent in my mother's side. In the Ramogi, the Ohangla people. Like it on a shake.
You are shaking one hand, one hand.
Yeah, the one they
and
shake.
It's beads with
beads. Yeah. So that one. So I used to play that. And we were going to the nationals. So we used to go to Saturdays in school to practice, so that by the time tulikuwa tunaenda district to the nationals.
Yes.
So tukapass, so we were going to the nationals.
Yes.
So we used to practice every Saturdays. We come at 10, we leave at around 2. So I woke up, nilienda kwa shamba nikapalilia, ushago, you wake up.
You have to go to the farm.
Palilia, usipopalilia, there's no food.
Yes.
So I went, nikapalilia, and then I took the cows, nikazipeleka, nikazifunga.
Wait, who are you living with? Your uncle?
With my uncle and granny.
And grandma.
Yes.
Oh.
And a bit of my aunties.
Okay.
So I didn't, in the afternoon, in the ushago kitoka shamba, where you've tied the cows, you now free them, you watch over them.
With the
scepter. You graze them with the scepter in your hand.
Yes.
So I didn't take the cows to graze in the afternoon. I came home late. So when I came back, this guy made me unclothed, tied my legs. I still have a lamb.
Naked?
Yes, and whipped me. And that was the first time I hated myself. The same ropes that he tied me with is the same ropes I tried suicide. Yes, I'd given up in life. Like you're being beaten to a point whereby you think in Swahili there are some words when you want to. Yeah. So like, mimi ni binadamu ama mimi ni mnyama. So I went to hang myself, and that's when the voice of God told me. If people say there's no God, may say there's God. So he clearly told me, these are not the purpose I have for you. Yeah. Don't do this. So I unhung myself. I went to the river to just sit down and cry. So when I was crying, there was some, Ushago, this is not like town. When we want to bath,
yes, you jump in the river.
Jemu behind the scene is laughing.
He knows. He has done this.
The first thing you do, you don't dive into the river. Yeah. Bathing is a ritual process. It's a ritual process.
What do you do?
You unclothe.
Yeah.
You apply the soap on.
Clothes.
You wash the clothes.
You hang. Yeah.
Wait, so Rodah, you've been here.
No, I was born in the city. I've always seen people showering in the river with their clothes drying up on the rocks.
After you've washed the clothes and put them on the rocks or on the trees, now you apply the soap on the stone.
On the stone, you scrub your legs.
Scrub your legs. When they're still clean up to now, you can never see any, Now you dive in and then you But also, the beauty of it, you have a radio playing behind the scene.
You went to kill yourself with a radio.
So when I was in the river crying, there's a guy tuned into Radio Citizen.
Oh.
And there's a show of Mseto, East Africa.
With
Willie Mtuva. And Mtuva said these words.
Yeah.
Unachokipitia kwa sasa, karibu katika Mseto East Africa, mimi ni mzazi wako William Mtuva. Kwa show ya leo tunapoanza, chochote unachokipitia kwenye maisha sio mwisho wako wa maisha. Piga vumbi, jipe moyo, anza upya, maana katika upya ndio mwanzo wa mema katika maisha yako.
He's literally encouraging you that this is not the end of life. No matter what you're going through. Dust yourself.
Start again. Because in the beginnings, in the starting again, is the birth of new things.
New beginnings. Wow.
And that made me change my perspective. Do you know I walk from Migori?
Yeah.
You know our home is not in Migori, it's past Migori.
Yeah.
Yeah? Us and Sirare, it's like a throw.
You know, the way he's saying, you might think I've been there. See, us and Sirare.
So I walk from Kowino going to Homa Bay. When Mom was still alive, there was a friend of her, a lady who was single. She was a single mom. Where she used to get the fish, there was a young man who was single. I think he told the young man, I have a friend of mine. She's a single mom. And she's very good. And he's still married up to date. Yeah. So I moved from home, going to Homa Bay, to look for the couple.
Oh, to look for that couple to help you.
To help me. And unfortunately, I found out they had moved from Homa Bay. They went to Kisumu. I didn't have their number.
Oh.
So I started my life in street in Homa Bay. So I slept in the street. Me na akili yangu, I would go ask for jobs in hotel. And then I noticed there's a man who used to hawk newspapers. You know, in Nyanza, back then, up to today, as a Luo man, if you don't have newspapers, you're not a man.
You're not a man.
Yes.
You're not serious with life.
You're not serious with life.
Yeah.
So I used to notice that he used to hawk them in a place, but there was a jam connecting from Homa Bay, from the side of Kindu Bay, going to Rongo. So the junction, there used to be a jam. So it's because of what I saw in Nairobi, people used to sell quickly kwa jams instead of waiting people where you are.
Spot, so
I told him, what? And the place where you used to be, the Wazes used to come there and play their Ajwa, pastime.
Yes.
It was they call it
Ajwa is for they take the stones.
Yes.
Yes. I know
so
that.
So they used to sit there and pass time.
Yeah.
So I told him, if you'll allow me, I watch here and you take the newspaper to the jam.
Yeah.
So he started selling
newspapers.
A lot. And I only asked for one favor, give me a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And by 2 weeks, help me with the fare, I go to Nairobi.
Yes.
So we did that. And the place started crowding. And I used to also speak there. And used to sell a lot. And the guy, after 2 weeks, he gave me fare.
To go to Nairobi?
To get to Nairobi.
Nairobi to who?
So I was coming to see George Anyona.
Who is George Anyona?
You don't know George Anyona, the late?
No, to you?
Yes. George Anyona was a friend to Dad.
Oh.
So
which dad?
The second dad.
Okay.
The Hamisi dad.
Oh, that is the one you know.
Yes. So when I came, I found George Anyona was late and they had moved. So I had no one to go to. So there's a friend, a Kalasinga friend of Dad. I also remember this place. I went there. He put me in the company bus, gave me money, back home.
Oh.
So when I went home, I stayed there for a month, stole my granny's goat, sold it, came back to Nairobi to an uncle's place.
The way he's saying proudly. Have you replaced it?
Yes, I did.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I came back to my uncle's, uncle to live with him. And that's when hell broke.
Oh.
So this uncle promised to take me back to school. In fact, kwa matanga, yeye alisema he would school me, but he didn't fulfill that.
Yeah.
But now when I remembered, the second time when I came to Nairobi, I came to him now to live with him. And he promised to take me back to him. The younger cousin told me be very careful with Uncle X. I won't mention the name because he's a well-known person, though right now he's in jail. Be very, very careful with Uncle X, but I didn't know why. So my uncle had divorced, and it's because of what he used to do. So he would drag and rape me for more than 3 months.
You?
Yes.
Or other people?
He used to do the same thing.
Oh,
that's
now
the
that
reason
you
why,
are the one living
now that's
here.
Later on in life, that's when it clicked what the other guy told me.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah. So blood will come out and will tell me hemorrhoid. Because I would feel pain, tell him. I didn't know that that's what used to happen. So there's a day.
So, you are not even conscious.
Yes. So there's a day he came drunk and told me, give me the way you give me. So I was like, what have I been giving you?
Giving you, yeah.
So that's when he told me that. I'm like, oh, so the pain.
It's because of you.
Fortunately, the next day, with God's grace, the wife came to ask for money upkeep for the kid, for the son. As they were arguing, the door was open because he would not allow me get out. I think he thinks that I would say what you used to do. So when they were arguing, I saw the door open. Mimi huyo.
You ran away.
I ran away. And my street life started.
You became a street boy.
Yes.
How old are you?
Now I was 11, turned 12.
Now you're at 12. Oh.
Yes.
This is happening to a 12-year-old.
Yes.
The 12-year-old is the one who stole the goat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you are a street boy in Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
How is that life? How does it look like?
You know, first being introduced in street, and I realized my passion for street families after when I got out of street. Many kids in street, we see them. These days, there are genuine street kids and there are those people who are not genuine street families. You know that. The people who come from slums, wear the clothes, especially in the mosque area near NTV, especially the ladies. And they've now made the street families to be seen as people who are not real street kids.
Yeah.
The street life, I'm one person that is very quick to mingle with people. And that gave me a safe place with the street families. And in the street, I struggled, 6 times suicide attempt. And some of my friends, there's a guy known as Njogu. Right now he's in US. And Njogu, I found him, you know St. Andrew's Church?
Yes.
Back in the days, opposite St. Paul University, there was a mtaro. Yeah, you going to State House Road.
Yes.
There used to be a calabat, but it was not closed like these days. You know, these days it's closed.
Yeah.
So I went, talked to him, and I told him what had happened, and he was my guardian in the street.
Oh.
Yeah. So he got me boxes on how to sleep and introduced me on how to survive in street. Yeah. So the more I became comfortable with the street, I was sharp, I came with ideas. So early in the days, kama uliwahi biwa kwa stage coach ukaambiwa madam toa pesa ama tukupake kinyesi, we did it.
It is you.
Ulibiwa?
No.
Yeah,
I've
so we
heard
did
people.
it. And some of my friends were killed. So in the street, I tried suicide more than 6 times. But Njogu helped me to never give up in life.
Yeah.
You know, I realized that in life, when you are born, your parents are a custodian on earth. They are demigods in your life.
Yeah.
They just take care of you for a while before your purpose. And every seed that is planted, either, God forbid, rape, you got a child as a young lady in school, either in university, physical. Whatever it is, you are dumped.
Yeah.
Whatever child you give birth, God has a purpose with the seed. It might be through pain, but He has a purpose with the child. And for me, God kept me in the painful moment because He has a purpose in my life.
Yeah.
He allowed me to go through rape because He had a purpose for my life. And check on a man, and the other program has been born through it.
Wow.
So in the street, we used to steal to survive. But the beauty is, I know you've seen many street kids with glue.
Yes.
The glue, if you see a street kid with a glue, that's more than a week or 2 weeks without food.
Really?
Yes. It makes the stomach bloat. The way you take soda, Coke,
Yeah.
let's give them a free advert. Yes, when you take soda, the gas makes you full.
Yeah.
So the glue makes you the belly full.
Do you
Times
like
6.
really drink the glue?
You sniff.
Hey.
Yes, you sniff the glue. You don't drink, you sniff.
You sniff it.
Yes, and that gas makes you full, but also it makes you high.
Oh.
The highness is not like for the alcohol, it's times 10 of the alcohol.
Really?
You become weak. Now there's another drug that is much worse than the glue. It's jet fuel.
Oh. Where
a
do you get jet fuel and you're in the streets?
There's a politician that runs the business.
In town?
Yes, I won't mention the name.
Yeah, it's okay, but as a street kid, how do you go access
sold.
it?
Have you
It's sold.
Have you not seen Mosiria in street?
Okay, I have. Okay.
Anytime you meet street kids, usually burn the oil,
Yes.
the jet fuel or the kitamba. So the jet fuel, you pour it in a
Piece
cloth,
of cloth, yeah.
and then you sniff it. Now the jet fuel makes you high. You can go a month or 2 months without food. That's why if you give a street kid money, they'd rather go buy the glue or the jet fuel than buy food. Because if you give him or her the money now, where will he get the money for tomorrow? So if he sniffs this, he'll go for 2 weeks. Atakwazuzu. That's why when you meet them, usually saliva they're drooling. So that's how we survived in street.
How long were you in the streets?
5 years.
5 years?
Yes, 5 years.
In Nairobi?
Yes.
Then what happens?
So some of my friends were killed.
Oh.
And then those days, you remember partly mimi Pastor Pius Mwiro.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
Pastor
I think there's a program. I don't know which the people that used to fund him.
Yeah.
They used to take street kids to children's home, or some of them.
Maximum Melodies.
Yes, and some of them they were saying that they used to take to a juvenile schools.
Oh.
So for us, the juvenile, we know that you're being mistreated there, so we ran.
You ran away.
Yeah, and part of us are the people that started the street families in Westlands. Yes, we used to sleep in Westlands.
Yeah.
So when they were killed, I thought of changing my life. So I went to Gikomba.
No one, your sister, your shosh, no one knows where you are.
In a home, it was hell. So I wouldn't stay where it was hell.
Let's go to Pius Mwiro.
So when some of the street kids were being taken, I opted to go to Gikomba. So when I went to Gikomba, I was introduced to, the cameras back in the days were washed, you iron, and then you go sell.
Those are the second-hand clothes.
Yes, the second-hand clothes. So you wash 50 cents, you iron 50 cents, you're given 1 shilling.
Yes.
So when you make a shilling, you can wash up to 500 clothes. That's 500 shillings.
What?
It's a big work. So there's a lady and their husband came to do shopping. And up to today, there are people, behind the scene I was telling you, there are people who you can never tell. You can never convince them that the new clothes or the new shoes is the best.
Yes.
They still believe the originality are the original ones. Yeah. So they were being robbed and I helped them. And when I helped them, they asked me, how much do you make here? And I told them, and they offered me a job as a houseboy.
Oh, as a houseboy.
Yes. So I went there, worked for them.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, in street 6 successful attempt, 5 years, working as a houseboy 1 year, I used to use pads. So a bit of my money was
effects of
the rape that I went through.
Really?
Yes.
5 years
yes.
later?
6 years. 5 years in street, 1 year working as a houseboy. I was using pads.
Oh no, because you never got any medical.
Yes. And I was quiet about it.
Yeah.
Now the beauty of the rape is...
No.
Allow me to say this.
No, the beauty of the rape is not a correct statement.
The beauty of the rape that I went... Okay, the beauty of the rape that I went through...
The beauty that came out
of the rape is... I understood now why men are never vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
Because how do you open up and tell someone that I've been
sodomized?
raped? I was sodomized.
Been raped.
And I'm using pads.
Yes.
How do you start?
Actually, it's the first time I'm hearing that. Like, I've never had a man tell me that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the family I was working for, I didn't never open up.
Yeah.
When they divorced, life took a turn around. So I remember There's a lady known as Fire Mama Jambi,
I know Fire Mama.
the late.
Oh, yes.
So Fire Mama used to come and visit them. And
Jambi.
Jambi Koikai. And then left. Yeah. So later on, Jambi noticed that I was very quiet. I shared with her my story, and then when they divorced, so we left. We never saw each other again.
Yeah.
So later on, there's a lady who was a friend to mom. I remember the family. I went to look for them.
Yeah.
And they offered to take me back to school.
Oh, now we can go back to school.
So I went back to school.
Where? We're going back to primary?
Yes, primary. So I went
How
back
old are you?
Sorry.
You're going back to school at 18.
Yes, I went back to school at 18.
Yeah.
So now there's something that happened when 11 turning 12. So there's a guy who helped me get a job in Gikomba. And this guy was a friend to Jambi Koikai also.
Oh.
Yep, was a friend to Jambi Koikai. So the 5 years that I was in the street, and then now turning, in fact it was 18.
Yeah.
I corrected this thing. So it was 18 turning 19.
Yes.
So I remember this family, and I went back to them. I looked for them. So when I went back to them and they offered me to take me back to school, I used to use pads.
Oh.
Mrs. and Mr. Baraza.
Yeah.
Now, the younger daughter who was my same age noticed I was very quiet.
Yeah.
And she wanted to get close to me. And this is what I realized with men, that when a man is going through something and you get close to them, you want to know what they're going through, they usually pull back.
Yes.
Even in marriage, you would ask a man, how are you? I'm okay.
I'm okay.
When
How
you
is
want to
work?
bless,
Good.
when you want to, are you okay?
Really okay?
Are you really okay? They usually say, I'm okay. If you insist, they give a loop where
Yes,
now to
they
live,
find a way out.
to live out. So the family took me back to school, but I was still using pads. Now I would change the pads when I'm taking a shower or in the morning, because blood used to come a lot. Now, they took me back to school, did my KCPE. I passed very well. And then Form 1 to a national school. Form 2, the husband.
Nairobi?
Yes. Matiliko boys. Form 2, the husband loses his job.
Oh.
They gave me fare to go back home.
Migori?
Yes. So I go back home, and I found that these people, they thought I was dead. And they thought I was dead. So the environment was, I think when you're used to a certain environment, changing is really hard.
Yeah.
Even moving, let's say, from Don Home to Kitsuru,
Yes.
or from Mawaikiwe to Eastlands, it's very hard. So I saw back home, it was really hostile, because one thing, especially us Luo, we value education. Doctor.
Yes, engineer.
Senior.
Lawyer.
Engineer. Lawyer. The only name that we're never proud of is father.
It's not me who has said it.
Yeah, being called in the priesthood, meaning the cloth. So at the end of the day, I chomad some maka, made some maka in December, charcoal, and came back to Nairobi to start life. Again. So
Form 2 dropout now.
Yes, Form 2 dropout. So I came in Dandora. I got a, there's a church mom used to go to. So I went and looked one of the members, and they offered me a place to stay. So I would hustle, go to school.
Now we've gone back to high school.
Yes,
you know you're 20-something now.
So I go back to high school.
Yeah.
Then I used to hustle, especially Makanga. Beba. Yeah. Did that work for a while. And then the weekends, I used to go to KNT to release my stress. So one day when I was moving from KNT, I came to...
KNT is Kenya National Theatre.
Then I came to Alios Fonse. That's where I met Jambi again.
Oh.
Then I introduced myself. Where have you been? Ulienda wapi? You know, Jambi was one of the celebrities that you would stop, and she would stop and listen to you. I don't know what trust that people have, but when you stop them, they usually, that celebrity is not in them.
Oh, yeah.
And Jambi asked me, Ulipona? Like I give a fake story. Hey, nilipona. Like, Victor, ulipona, uko sure?
Yeah, are you sure you got well?
This is my card. Please call me.
Yeah.
I'd want us to have coffee. So I called her the next weekend. We met at Java, opposite NTV. And I told her now the truth.
Yeah.
And Jambi was gracious enough. She got me a surgery at Nairobi Women.
Oh.
Yes. Through the help of Jerry.
Wait, I'm still stuck at this abuse happened when you were 11, 10, 11. Now you are 20 something. The effects are still there.
Yes. But unfortunately, many men who have gone through GBV, most of them end up to become the other world gay.
Oh, yes.
For me, I thank God, even if I went through that. And this is what I usually tell parents. There's a verse in the Bible that says, groom your children in the ways of God.
The ways of the Lord.
Many people do not know that how powerful that verse is. Because groom your children in the ways of God. And they're grown up. Message Bible translation. They will never forget nor depart from it. Depart is the character you instill in them, the ways of life.
Yes.
That when they look at people, how they behave, they remember, in our home, Mom used to tell us, there's a way when you dress as a lady, when your parents have taught you on how to dress.
Yes.
There's certain things that when your friends start introducing you to when you're independent, you say, us in our home.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. So up to today, I don't love secular music.
Oh.
I thank God for my guardian, but also thank God for my mom.
Yeah.
On how she brought us on to know God. And also thank God because my guardian, they were godly people. The friends of my mom were always people in church. They are maybe not perfect, but one thing I love about them in how they introduce us to God.
To God.
They instilled God in us. And that helped me to maneuver in life. And when I got my surgery, got okay.
Yeah.
Now I was okay now to hustle.
Okay to hustle.
To hustle now. And then I finished. Jambi helped me, my high school, through it, finished, got a job.
Were you going to a boarding school to sit there with boys?
When the man lost his job, I moved out from boarding.
Oh,
now I had to school myself.
Oh.
And also Jambi helped me.
Okay.
Now I was in a day school.
Oh, that works.
Yes. And then I had to hustle because I was free. When I hustle, there are some subjects that I used to miss.
Yeah.
Yes. There are subjects that I used to go in class specific. We are the people who used to break in school fence. Because physics or maths and chemistry and biology is going, then you get in the class, but it's English, it's set books.
Yeah, you can
just read
it.
And,
Okay.
Yeah. My first,
so you clear?
I cleared the high school, and then after high school, I had to hustle to get to my college now.
Yeah.
Yes, and God brought people. One thing I thank God for is many are called, but few are chosen. When you give birth to a child, as a parent, please make sure you make a prayer of God, choose my child.
Choose my child.
Many are called. Calling means many have come to live this life.
Yeah.
In the exit without fulfilling their purposes.
Yeah.
But the chosen one fully fulfilled God's purpose.
Yeah.
And God's purpose is like Rawder Kidula losing her job and starting her podcast.
Yeah.
When Rodah lost her job, maybe she felt like the world has ended.
Come to an end, yeah.
Or many people, when you lose your job, you're like, the world has ended. Where will I start? But they don't know the beauty of that. Remember the statement? Is the rebirth.
Yes.
That statement of Mrs. William Tuba, every time I go through pain, I actually know that it's a rebirth of something new. If you had not left the studio that you are, would we be having?
No.
Have you ever gone back to your YouTube and seen the comments?
I do read
feedback.
all comments. I read all comments, yeah.
How many people are blessed through. And now if you are there, you'll still be a slave.
Yeah.
Yes, there are certain numbers that, like for me, you build my prayer life.
Yeah.
But there are things now that when you do here, that you change the perspective of marriage in people.
Yeah.
Because there was a calling, you earn a living, but you have limits.
Yes, you have limits.
But here, you're fulfilling your purpose in God, but also you have the freedom.
Yes, you have the freedom. Oh, that's what you mean by slave.
Yes. So the slave, in fact, the slave, when you're employed, you work for your blood. The money you're paid at the end of the month is the blood you've spent.
Yeah.
The hours you've spent. They play the blood, you're given the salary. But when you're free, you're working for God.
Yeah.
Yes, I know sometimes where you are, you can be working. Many people can have many.
There are people who are employed and they are really fulfilled.
Yes, they are fulfilled.
Yeah.
But the fulfillment is the freedom.
And the freedom.
In the freedom. So at the end of the day, when now Jambi helped me to juggle life, Jambi opened a real many doors for me.
Yeah.
Not in terms of the freedom of life, but in the healing of my body, but also in how I look myself as a man. Jambi helped me to realize the reason why I am a man. God forbid, there are many people, even when I opened up and shared my first journey, or when you look at my story on YouTube in NTV,
Shared moments.
not even share moment also, but it's on NTV, Grace Msalame's show.
Yeah.
After when I shared my number, many people who are gay would call me. They thought that I was still gay.
Oh, why do you mean still gay?
In terms of when you are raped, they think, that when you're raped, you are gay. So you're still gay. You know. So because even when I wake up, you look at my body, a physical feature. God forbid, I'm not gay. That my body is not the same as a man, especially my butt. Yeah, they'll call me and ask, "Are you still gay?" I'm like, "Still gay? What do you mean? Why? When do you mean that what I went through made me to change my life?"
Yeah.
So I'll tell them, "Yes, I went through that, but I'm not gay." Please edit that part, please. Remove it. Still gay. I'm not gay, please. So at the end of the day, when I healed completely in terms of my physical, I had not healed mentally. And my biggest battle was my mental part, because I had not appreciated who I am. I had not valued who I am. I had not known my purpose in life. I had not known the reason why God brought me on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Yes, the other healings were for help me through the journey of walk.
Yes.
But the emotional, because if you're not okay mentally, you malfunction in all the areas of your life.
Oh yeah.
So when I met my then wife, my late wife, she helped me heal.
Oh.
Now,
Are you done with university?
yes.
By
So I
the
went
time
back.
you're meeting her.
I went back. In fact, she helped me pay my
University. Thank you.
Yes, she helped me a lot. There are women, when you meet them, they don't marry you for you, they marry you for your purpose.
Yeah.
And they know, they invest, and they know that this man is there for not only me. When he's okay, we are okay.
Yes.
Yes. She helped me, the family, Mrs. and Mr. Nunda, Aki nashukuru sana. Up to today, I'm still all to them. They helped me to pursue and finish. And when I was done, I got a job. Safaricom. There's a guy who gave me a job. And through the help of Giuliani, yes, I'm the one that branded the shops in town.
Oh.
Yes. All the shops in CBD. And then I was promoted, nikasimamia.
Yeah.
Yes, now I was being paid well. Nikasimamia the branding and everything, the logistics and everything. And then when I was done, I used to go back still as a beba.
Oh.
One beauty with the transport industry sector is you can never lack money to pay your rent and have meals.
Really?
Yes.
How much money do these people make?
The least amount a conductor can make in a month nowadays is 1,000 shillings. That's 30,000 minus the miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous is the
Yes, the excess, the everything. Yes. So the least amount they can make nowadays is 1,500 to 2,000. If it's a bad day, 1,000 shillings. Yes. So the amount that these guys makes, the least, if it's in a month, it's 60,000.
Really?
Yes,
Where do
60,000.
they apply?
So
I want to join.
most of the money, unfortunately, goes to drugs.
Oh, women. Oh.
Drugs, women, because you can never 70% of people who work in matatu sectors, they're either the drunkards, the addicts, or women. And especially the Sikusako family.
Yeah.
You know them?
Yes.
They are most of their money is from.
Oh.
Yes.
So, you meet your wife.
Yes. In fact, I met her in matatu.
You met her in a matatu?
I met her in matatu.
And did you do a wedding?
No.
You come we stay?
Yes, can we stay first? Then later on wedding now.
Later on you did a wedding,
yes,
after how long? No, it's okay.
less than 6 months.
Oh, you now did a wedding.
In fact, do you know how it happened? So this lady, she was a single mom. And
that's why you really respect single moms.
Yes.
Your mother was one.
Yes.
You married one.
Yes. So this lady, I met her in matatu. I used to tell God, hate is a very big word. I dislike drunkards.
Yeah.
And when I met her, you see where you stand at the matatu near where the conductor usually stands?
Yes.
At the front seat? So she was seated there with her alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, drinking. Something entered me and I want to know how this lady will get home.
Yeah.
Because when you move from town, there are people known as Kamagera. Kamagera are people, when the guys get to estates, the conductor and the driver pass, so they are interns. Let's not call them Kamagera, they are interns. There's an intern of conductor, there's an intern of driver who wants the experience of know how to drive and know how to control the picking the money. So when when I give Kamagera, my intern, the Kamagera, chance to draw for me the people and come with the bus, they go around, and then as we go back to town, the people will pick.
Yes.
Yeah? And the driver, and they'll give them something.
Yes.
Yeah? And that's how matatu people, they love each other that way. So there's money I'll give them, and then me, I take my lunch or breakfast. God forbid, those who want to go drink something, they go drink or put whatever they want. So me, that day, I didn't used to give my Kamagera much of the time, especially during the rush hours. So I alighted, and I wanted to know how this lady will get home.
Yeah.
So I called a boda guy, a motorcycle guy. So I told him, I want to make sure that this lady will get home and I'll pay. So what he did is she told me, I have my own person. He called them. When he came, I still alighted and told them, I want to know if you get home well. So what she did is, I have my own guy. So when the guy came, I gave her my number. And also she gave me her number. But I didn't call. So I paid. When she got home, she called me. When Baba, nimefika home, umebambika? And she hung the phone. So when she hung the phone, we didn't see each other for the full week. That was on Friday. So Saturday, I'm from work. I meet her. And like, this is where I stay. Kwetu ni pale.
Oh, so
like,
your neighbors.
Yes, less than 150 meters. So I tell her, come and visit me. They're like, what time? You just come in anytime you want. So when she came to my place, I realized this is what men do. When you meet your wife, you'll not be first sexually attracted to her.
Really?
Yes. I've been there. I said I'm born again, I'm not perfect.
No, I want other men. I want like 10.
Now, when a man...
Is it true? Jemo was sexually attracted.
Can I expound it?
Yes, please.
Now, you're not first sexually attracted to her in terms of sleeping with her the same day.
Now he agrees.
She's different from other ladies. You know that this one is not a rush to sex.
Yeah.
This one, I want to know her. I want her also to know me.
Yeah.
I see my future in her. So when she came to my place, it was not sex. She came, looked at my house. In less than 15 minutes, a luo in me, flat screen on the wall, 2-seater in a bed, but still using stove.
God sees
with 2 sufurias.
Oh, that one, you are a bachelor. Now we understand.
Rodah, please.
You are a bachelor.
And by then I had adopted a young man from a street.
Oh.
Yes, I was living with. So she got out, made some calls. In less than 25 to 30 minutes, she told me there's a guy, the guy downstairs, go pick whatever he has brought.
Yeah.
So me, I took them, the shopping, sufurias, food, everything. She cooked, a gas was brought. So I was like, who is this? This is yours.
Oh.
Yes, she bought for me new things in the house. A gas, upgraded, sufurias, shopping, a dispenser, and like a small fridge.
Why is she buying you?
I didn't know. So she cooked. After we ate, we watched a movie which up to today is still my ringtone. There was a music behind the scene that I took, made my ringtone, and now we had conversation now. And I was like, I told her, this is who I am. I was vulnerable to tell her, this is who I am. And this is what I've gone through. And this is where I am. And this is where I want to be in life. And for me, I'd want you to be my wife. I'd want you to be my wife.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to have a wedding.
Yeah.
But I have something that I want to do to be my wife. I'd want to know your dad and mom. Would you mind if you can call them over the phone?
Allah.
So she called the dad. So I told the dad, I've seen a flower in your home.
You told the flower thing can be said on the phone?
Yes, I told the dad, my name is so and so. There's a flower I seen in your home in Luo now.
Yeah.
There's a flower seen in your home and I'd love to pluck it. But the worst thing is, during the weekend, I love shots. Would you mind if I come to your place with a shot? So he said, yes. So we went to their home. The next day, Sunday. So after church, I went to their home. So she had a daughter. So when the daughter saw me, she came. I also had some games in the phone.
Yeah.
So I started playing with the phone. We bonded with the kid. People think that she has known me for many years.
Yeah.
And they cooked lunch, we ate, stayed there. We didn't talk of anything. And around 5:30, 6:30. That's when now the mom came.
Yeah.
The mom was very tough. And the mom who was feared the most is my friend up to today, including the dad. So I told them who I am, what I do, and everything. And now they prayed for us and told us, and then one's alive.
Yeah.
Yes. And I realized marriage is not even in the wedding
Of course
that
not.
you do. Marriage is a blessing you get from both parents. When they bless you, that's the marriage now. Now you get favor from God. Now we moved in and life started. And I realized when you get married, you start thinking differently as a man.
Oh, yes.
But the one thing with me is, I've grown in the hands of different people. And a bit of my life, I've grown alone. The bit that I've gone in the hands of people is less than the ones I've been alone. I've not been guided. I've not been, in Swahili we say, kukanywa. Yeah, being warned, this is bad.
Yeah.
And how I used to take correction was differently. She was from a broken relationship. In fact, the guy that impregnated her had impregnated other 2 ladies. So there were 3 ladies. Yeah. So the day she went to the house, she found the 2 ladies confronting the man, and she chose to leave. She was one person that there's a character up to today. When there's fight, I'd rather take water, put it in my mouth full, listen, and not reply back.
Yeah.
And walk. If it's very fierce that there can be a fight, I'd walk out.
Walk away.
So she used to take water, fill the mouth whenever we would fight. And if it's very fiercely, she would step outside, or she would tell me, get out. And that taught me even in life. In my workplace, when I was at CMC Motors, and I resigned when she passed, even in life, how do I confront people? I would walk away from fights. And up to today, I still walk with water. I will still walk with water. And, now I realize that in marriages, you're brought from different background. And for you to click, I remember the story was telling her behind the scene, the cameraman, that the first 4 years, he wanted to.
There are questions you ask him now that if you asked for when he was married for 4 years, the answer would be very different because of the immature fights that happened. And
in marriage, I realized that how you solve things. There's a verse in the Bible that says, don't let the sun go down before you ask for forgiveness. You
In
forgive
your
each
anger.
other in your anger. And Faith was someone that would not allow the sun to go down before we talk.
Yeah.
Would not allow anything in life, either good or it's not even in the fights, the quarrels, the misunderstandings, even in the decisions we make. Would sit down and plan our day before the sun goes down. In fact, there's a rule of hers: if you know you're late, SMS me, tell me where you are.
The faith that you described the day you met with alcohol doesn't look like this one.
Yes. Now, we misjudge a lot of people by the outside appearance when we meet them.
Yeah.
And when now you sit down and know who they are, there's a good side of them.
Yeah.
To her, the alcohol was something to help her forget the pain she was going through.
An outlet.
For her.
Pain.
In fact, she got pregnant when she was still in school.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I came to realize that there are family patterns that can even follow you in where you are. And when we met, she was battling depression. I also had depression. Now, when she realized my story, she found out that hers is much easier than mine. And she helped me heal.
Wow.
They are healing that when we pass to other people, make us also heal.
True.
Yeah, there are things that we face in life that later on, when we overcome them, a testimony is a test. That when you overcome, it's harmonized and becomes a testimony.
Yeah.
And you test to other people. You tell them now that I've gone through this, and you make it easier.
Easier for them.
I love your story when the other day on Single in the City when you're sharing that your marriage is in long distance relationship. The people who don't believe in such kind of marriages,
Oh, yeah.
that when the husband is not around, they cheat. In fact, today, the phone has become more private than a private part. When you meet Comrade Flavor, I don't know if you know the guy. There's a guy that when he meets couples, he gives them story, he tells them, I'll give you money, I'll check through the phone, and if he found something, he'll show you.
Show me.
Now the phone has become more private, more than the private parts nowadays, that the people who are not married, the singles and the married, their sin is in the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And for us, we would discuss everything and anything.
Yeah.
And how she would correct me has made me a better person than I was then.
No.
She will correct me in love and with love. And sometimes ask her, what do you see in me?
Oh.
And she'll tell me, one story that I can never forget in my life is, I'm here to help you, to help yourself, to fulfill God's purpose for you. When you fulfill God's purpose for you, you've made me at peace with the reason why I'm a woman.
Oh.
Because women are helper. In the first creation, God says it is not good for a man to be alone. That man is in two ways. One, it is for the both gender. It is not good for you
to be alone.
One, it helps you with what Paul says, that because of your body, it is better you do what?
You get married.
And body is because of sex. Yeah. So when you sleep with other people, you get the diseases and spirits you accumulate in your life that blocks your life.
Yeah.
Now when you control your body by being committed to one person, there are things that you avoid.
Oh yeah. True.
Now marriage is like a woman who has done her makeup. And the final touch is she goes look at the mirror.
Yeah.
Now the reflection you see on the mirror is your character. There are things that when I'm doing, like as example, I used to sleep very late, work less hours. But now this one will tell me, wake up at 3, let's pray.
Yeah.
I found out in her drunkenness, she was a very good prayer person.
Oh.
Yeah? Though someone later on in life made me know who Rawder Kidula is. She was her. Yes. And also introduced me to Hope FM.
Wow.
But unfortunately, CITAM also played a very big role in my life. Do you know, I used to go for free counseling services.
Oh yeah, they have free counseling services. Yeah.
And she was introduced behind her weaknesses, behind her struggle. She was one person that was very prayerful and loved God's word. And she introduced me on how to correct. And unfortunately, these are things that she has learned in the life of her dad and her mom. I'd wish one day you host those couple, Mrs. and Mr. Nunda. She realized that the rule the dad and mom made was that when you get a good man or get a good woman, please correct them in love and with love.
Yeah.
They are not perfect people that you can make, but you can make each other be better. But also,
true.
you have to be teachable. You have to be teachable. You have to take the correction positively.
Positively, yeah.
Because when you're being corrected, it's not about you. It's not about the other person. It's about when you become a better person.
Yes.
I realize that when I become a better person, I become a better person first to God.
Yes.
2, for myself.
Yourself.
3, for my partner and my kids. Now the chain goes. 4, for the people where I work or where I am the head or the people that surround me and my friends. When I pass the next thing, now I make the society and my people around me to be better.
Yeah.
That's when the Bible says a good name is better than silver and gold. And I realize that marriage is an institution. When God says it's not good for a man to be alone, it's for both of you.
Yeah. Wait, how long were you married?
7.
7 years.
Yes.
What happened to your wife?
She passed.
Oh.
Yes.
What happened?
Leukemia did something.
Oh.
Yes, leukemia did something.
How did you handle the pain?
1, we didn't realize that she was battling this. And when a woman trusts you with her pain, please, when you get angry, don't use it to mock her. And for me, she died without telling me that.
Oh.
She just woke up, went for Churchill in Kisumu, came back, went to the parents' home because she had a leave. And that day she woke up, did the cleaning, and fainted, taken to the hospital, gone.
Really?
Yes. When we did our post-mortem, found out she was battling leukemia.
Oh.
And she never told me.
How did you deal with the loss? Did you talk to someone? Did you?
Now, for
Because
me,
I see you now.
Now, for me, I usually say that the pain you go through, there are 2 ways of healing.
Yeah.
Either by talking it out or still crying.
Yeah.
It's still a form of healing.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, if you don't talk it out, you bundle pain. It will accumulate other pain, other pain. Now, I thank God that I had a good father-in-law and had a good mother-in-law.
Yeah.
They didn't see me. First, they saw me as a son.
Yeah.
In-law. But when now the relationship, the more I used to be with their daughter, they now didn't see me. When they realized I didn't have parents, they didn't see me as a son-in-law. They'll take me as a son. But I had a respect still for them. There are things that we'll discuss about my own life that I won't discuss about me and their daughter. That one, there's someone I used to go to. Now, they'd see me as their son that made me heal. They walk with me through the journey. And there are people that also that have made my journey easier. The church where I go to, there's Bible study that I used to go to. I used to go to, and I still some that I go to. There's Pastor Tim Wangi. Yeah, that have worked with the Bible study that you usually hold in the church. But also there's a K crew Bible study. There's a cell groups that we used to have. And there's another one that I love so much. That is Mbevi. Man Enough.
Yeah.
I did the Man Enough thing. And Man Enough, the cell that we were in, we were group in, made me heal a lot. Because when I met few men, and even I'm planning to start on the healing journey of widow and widowers. Because there are some, when they lose a wife, they never remarried again. And even they end up messing other women. Because our bodies, they're not like wood. Yeah, you'll see a woman dressing like, oh Lord, oh my goodness. You see men even when they're married, you know. So even some women when they lose their loved one, they never remarried. Yeah. Because at the end of the loss, forgive me whatever I'm going to say, please, even the viewers, losing a parent is painful. But losing someone who you sleep every is more painful than even losing a child or even a parent.
I don't know.
God forbid, I don't want anyone to lose their loved one, but
No, it's because you've lost your parents and you've lost your spouse, so you can talk.
for me,
Yeah,
I've lost
for you.
my parents and I lost my spouse. Losing my mom and my dad was very painful, but losing Faith, or if there's a word more painful, was because it took me many years to heal.
Yeah.
Do you know, there are times I didn't go to work. I would just close myself in the room.
Oh, depression.
In depression. There's a time I was 1 month without showering.
Oh.
Yes. Just bed, washroom, bed, washroom, bed, washroom, bed, washroom. Bed, washroom. That was my routine.
So what I'm hearing is that the fellowships and the people you talked to are what helped you like stand.
There's a barista known as Kibunja. He's in Dubai. Kibunja walked with me through the journey a lot. The guy would leave his workplace, Kilimani, come in the morning before he goes to work, and come in the evening after work.
Yeah.
Would come and make sure that I've eaten and spend time with me and drive all the back way to Kilimani. And he would help me a lot. And he made me comfortable and understand that it's a journey. You will heal. It has a start and it has an end.
Does it have an end?
Yes.
Did you get to the end?
Yes.
What does the end look like?
The end was knowing that God allowed me to meet her.
Yeah.
That the reason why God allowed me to meet her was to fulfill the purpose she wanted her to do. And when the purpose was done, she left.
Oh.
When it hit me that way, now it was easy for me to let go.
To let go.
Yes, because letting go is very painful. Even for those who have lost a woman losing a child, losing a parent is not easy. Because one of the things that we do, especially for either if you're dating or married, when you lose someone, when now you have healed, when you meet someone else, you'd want to compare them like.
Oh, yeah.
You get. And you see she's not like Faith, no, she's. And it takes time for you to get someone else.
Did you have children with Faith?
No.
No.
Yes.
I need you to tell us about the feeding of street kids.
Oh, the feeding
How does that go about?
The feeding of the street kids, now I've been doing it for the last 12 years. We are turning now 13. We do it twice a week. Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Where?
At NTV, but now we are planning to move it out because of insecurities a lot.
Yeah.
We want to use Jivanji and also part Pale Globe Chini. And
That's in Nairobi
yes,
town.
and Saturdays in the morning. But we're also changing times also from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. sometimes to 12 when you have people who want to fund in terms of companies. Yes, CSR that want to partner with CSR. Yes, but also we have an annual for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yes, an annual end year. Yes.
Then you just go there with food and they show up.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So
and we've schooled some.
Yeah, you've told me that some you've even taken to school.
University, yes.
So if someone wants to partner or to fund, what do we do?
So I raise the funds in 3 ways. One, when I'm from work, Monday to Friday, I get to Matatus, speak about men's mental health, which is my calling. Yes, I usually say that, I love saying this, that trees come from seed, men come from, human beings come from seed, and the seed carriers are men. If we bring good men, we bring good society. The problem of our society is in the men. 80% of the pain we face in our society all over the world is because we've neglected the men. In fact, we've empowered our women at the expense of forgetting our men. It is good we've empowered our women, but it's that time also empower our men. Now, men's mental health has affected all the aspect areas of our lives. The men who are battling mental health, they go to drugs. The men who are battling mental health, they go to multiple sex. That's why you see the rising number of single mothers. The men with the battling mental health, God forbid, they end up suicide. But if they are married, they neglect their families and they don't love themselves. And the worst thing we ever did as society is, as we're finishing up, is we used to tell our men, jikaze weni mwanaume. And men who are fringed to the emotion that can never open up and share what they're going through. So for me, I thank God that what I went through made me realize on the positive side why God allowed it to happen, the good side of it than the negative side of it. So we feed them twice a week, Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays
So
at
you
night.
do it through the matatus?
Yes. So
Number
funds are raised in
2?
3 ways. Number 1, when I get to Matatu to speak about men's mental health, come with socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, every pair of socks you buy is 100 shillings. You're feeding one person. Also, the shops that I sell shoes.
Yeah.
30% of my income goes to street feeding. And number 3, those who want to donate.
Yeah.
So there are 2 ways to donate: monetary and even dry food.
Yeah.
So feeding one person 100 shillings, you can go to my number, which is 0704 038 470. It will bring my name, Victor Hamisi.
Yeah.
But so you can go to 247. We're working on the pay bill also. 247, and then you put the number 0704 038 470. It will bring the initiative name Check on a Man.
Check on a Man. Wow.
Yeah.
May the Lord keep using you. That is a noble cause. And I know it's majorly because you went through there, so you know exactly what they are going through.
I won't say much that was because of what I went through. You know, the people.
You were a street kid. Would you be feeding them if you had never?
Rather, there are people who were once street families.
Yeah.
But they never went back to give. It's like in the parable of. Is it a parable?
Yeah, the 10 lepers.
Yeah, 10 lepers.
Yeah.
One that went back to say thank you. There are people who would do it. They've never been street families before.
Yeah.
But there are people who are street families, but they never do it. One thing I say.
But you are the one leper.
Yes.
And you've gone to the street families because you know what they are going through. You haven't gone to somewhere else.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So that's where I was coming from.
Yes. Giving is out not of the heart, but when God has allowed you to.
Oh, yes.
You're calling in making podcasts of marriage is not because your marriage is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see 60 to 70% assumption that it is good, but their work behind the scene, or maybe their pain that you've gone through that you release through the podcast. You get. So at the end of the day, it's about how God has allowed you, and that's why I tell people, build a relationship with God. In God, when you have a good relationship with God, God will use you.
Yeah.
Don't leave earth without fulfilling God's purpose. Be very careful that each and every day, whatever you do, make sure you go back home, feel contented that the glory has gone back to God in what you do.
Wow.
Because in the contentment, you fulfill God's purpose. Yes.
Wow. Thank you. We've shared your number, and the number is also on the comments, so check it out and let's be part of this noble cause.
Can I read the parting shot?
Yes, please, parting shot.
So I want to tell all the men, the reason why on planet Earth, either you were born through both parents or a single mother, or life happened, you know, there are things that happen in our lives that shapes us to who we are in life. Don't ever allow your pain to be transferred to someone else's daughter or to someone else's child, or even in your own kids.